Mama kose blua gwaptal Maria.
O wetele me seni kenke monso.
Ekene Maria Egyptel na Grace osebru anonyeli. Ede ngozi n'etiti kporo niile. Ọjazi ngozi nwa forgive Jesu.
Maria
Neju odibo nwanyị nke ose blowa. Ekene Maria Egyptel na Gracia osebru anonyeli. Ede ngozi n'etiti kporo niile. Ọjazi ngozi nwa forgive Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nye nke Chukwu, yabara ndị ndị arịrịọ, kịta na amalite nwanyị. Amen.
Okwu emela arụ.
O wee binyere anyị.
Ekene Maria Egyptel na Gracia osebru anonyeli. Ede ngozi n'etiti kporo niile. Ọjazi ngozi nwa forgive Jesu.
Maria dị asọ nye nke Chukwu, yabara ndị ndị arịrịọ, kịta na amalite nwanyị. Amen.
Gabala anyị ayọ ọnụ nke Chukwu dị ayịyọ. Anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu ka erie Gracia n'ime obi anyị, ka anyị bụ ndị anyị chọpụtara ozi ọma wee mara iwere arụ Kristi nwa gị site n'afọ ya na obe ya wee bata n'otito na ndụ ite n'ọnwụ ya site na Kristi dịbe anyị. Amen. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Etu ọ dị n'isi na nkịta na ebo niile n'ụwa ebe ebe. Amen.
Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwerenụ gara aga.
Sị n'ebe ike na ndokwa.
Ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ.
Nọnyekwara mmụọ gị.
Ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnodi, ndị na-alụpụta Love nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnodi, 081 49 82 8254.
Listen to news updates on F1 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. F1 FM breaks the news with actualities.
The link hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM news update today, Wednesday, the 28th day of June 2023. And the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Efanshuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. Insecurity. AVG raises alarm as fake vigilantes with rifles take over Anambra. Ede Kabil. Police deploy personnel to ensure crime-free celebration in Ebonyi. May plunge Anambra into rice, Garri scarcity. Chimamanda wins best title at 2023 Indie Book Awards for Notes on Grief. Oti swears in Abia panel on looted government property, stolen funds. Putin admits Moscow paid Wagner mercenaries £800 million in wages in a year. Now, detail. Insecurity. AVG raises alarm as fake vigilantes with rifles take over Anambra. The Anambra Vigilante Group, AVG, has raised the alarm, saying that the organization is being impersonated by some people who are not their members, but carry pump-action rifles about. The AVG has for a long time been a partner to secular security agencies in the fight against insecurity in the state. They are mostly licensed to carry pump-action rifles as against the automatic rifles wielded by conventional security agents. They have various communities, but are always mandated to hand them over to police upon arrest. In a press release by the spokesperson of the group, Nweke Nweke ABG, stated that it had been infiltrated by some people who carry pump action rifles but are not their members, some of whom they said use them nefariously. Nweke, in a press release made available to newsmen, said the group will henceforth arrest and prosecute those who impersonate them. The group said the Anambra State House of Assembly enacted the Anambra State Vigilante Group Law under the Chris Ngige-led administration in 2004, and that the vigilante law gave private groups the right to assist the police and its sister security agencies to eradicate crime and criminalities in the state, but that opportunity should not be abused by anybody. Edel Kabil. Police deploy personnel to ensure crime-free celebration in Ebonyi. The Commissioner of Police in Ebonyi State, CP Fale Oleyele, on Tuesday announced the deployment of police officers to patrol the town's major streets and all government facilities in the state to forestall any breakdown of law and order. Oleyele made this known in a statement signed and made available to newsmen in Abakaliki by the command spokesperson Onome Onapokoya. He stated further that the placement of maximum security across the state will ensure a crime-free 2023 Edel Kabir celebration, according to Olayele. Officers and men of the command have been deployed to patrol the towns and major streets and all government facilities in the state to forestall any breakdown of law and order. He, however, tasked members of the public to report any suspicious object or persons to the nearest police station, just as he assured the good people of the state of their safety before, during, and after the Edel Kabir celebration. Failure to pay project counterpart funds may plunge Anambra into rice, garri scarcity. There are fears that non-payment of counterpart funds by the Anambra State government for an agricultural program organized by the Federal Government of Nigeria International Fund for Agricultural Development Value Chain Development Program, FGN, IFAD, VCDP, may plunge the state into a scarcity of rice and garri. A source who spoke to newsmen yesterday in Oka on conditions of anonymity said the state has not paid counterpart for some years, which is adversely affecting the production of rice and cassava products in the state. This is the 5th year running since the Anambra government last paid her counterpart fund for the FGN IFAD VCDP program. The state first paid the counterpart fund of 94.4 million naira in the year 2015, and in 2016, he paid 94.8 million naira due to additional financing between the years 2021 and the 2023. The money rose to 118 million naira yearly, meaning that it is now owing about 590 million naira. The program first began with 3 local government areas of Anambra East, Anambra West, and Ayamelum, later Orumba North, Oka North, and finally Orumba South, Obaru, and Ihiala. Anambra had in 2016 been noted to have hit its highest production capacity in rice under the Governor Willie annual production of 210,000 metric tons of rice. It was also gathered that staff of FGN, IFAD, VCDP in the state are owed 13 months' salaries and other allowances, a situation that has negatively affected the work attitude of the workers and, by extension, program implementation. A staff of the program who begged not to be named said the morale of workers in undertaking their responsibilities to farmers have largely been affected because it is not easy for someone to work for a whole 13 months without salaries, and you expect magic from such a worker. Anambra State Commissioner for Agriculture, Dr. Foster Ihejiofo, when contacted on the reason behind the non-payment of the counterpart funds, simply told journalists to speak with FGN, IFAD, VCDP State Program Coordinator, Mr. Emmanuel Agucha, on his part. Agucha told journalists that the matter was not for consumption. In his words, the matter is not for the press, please. Chimamanda wins Best Title at 2023 Indie Book Awards for Notes on Grief. Award-winning Nigerian author Chimamanda Ngoziadichie continues to make waves in the international literary world with her exceptional storytelling and thought-provoking narratives in a triumphant moment. Adichie's latest work, Notes on Grief, has been honored with the prestigious Best Title of the Summer Award at the 2023 Indie Book Awards. The announcement was made on June 23rd penultimate day of the Independent Bookshop Week, IBW, where Adichie won the non-fiction prize with Notes on Grief, Fourth Estate, a mediation on the loss of her father. Speaking on the selection of Adichie's book, Mel Griffin, chairman of the judging panel, said it was a privilege to share the 2023 Indie Book Awards, and the whole panel agreed that the shortlists were particularly strong this year, making the decision process challenging. However, in the end, we unanimously selected Notes on Grief by Chimamanda Ngoziadichie as the non-fiction winner. This utterly beautiful essay says so much in very few pages, and we found it extraordinarily powerful. Although it focuses on one individual's experience of grief, we felt that it will speak to many people, transcending culture and circumstances, with one judge describing the reading experience as cathartic. Griffin added. Accepting the award on her social media page, Chimamanda Adichie said something more life-affirming and meaningful than going into an independent bookshop, because you know that the people there actually love books. So I think independent bookshops are the best things ever, she said. Otis was in Abia panel on looted government property, stolen funds. Governor Alex Oti of Abia State Tuesday sworn in members of the judicial panel of inquiry on the recovery of looted government property and stolen funds belonging to the state. Inaugurating the panel, Oti explained that his intention was not to engage in witch hunting of past government officials, but the investigation became necessary following public clamor to probe his predecessor. Oti said he could not afford to ignore the avalanche of complaints by members of the public to probe past government officials following brazen looting that allegedly characterized the administration. Ordinarily, the desire of this administration would have been focused on the business of governance and delivery of democracy dividends without resorting to any form of inquiry into the past, Oti said. Unfortunately, however, since assumption of office, we have been inundated with complaints of unimaginable and large-scale malfeasance by very highly placed members of the past administration and their patrons. Oti further said that since the assumption of office, he had received a lot of complaints bordering on the looting of government property. Oti regretted that the state was yet to recover from the adverse effect of looting by the past administration. As at now, so many ministries, agencies, departments find it very difficult to perform their daily duties, Oti lamented. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Putin admits Moscow paid Wagner mercenaries £800 million in wages in a year. Russian president says mercenary group was founded by the state after years of denials as group's leader arrives in Belarus as part of deal that ended mutiny. Vladimir Putin has admitted that Russia's security service stopped a civil war during the mutiny launched by Yevgeny Prigozhin and his Wagner mercenaries, whose wages and bonuses Moscow has funded to the tune of £800 million over the past year. His remarks came as the Belarusian president, Alexander Lukashenko, confirmed that the Wagner chief had arrived in his country as part of the last-minute deal that ended the extraordinary attempted coup. Mr. Lukashenko said that Mr. Prigozhin and some of his troops were welcome to stay for some time at their own expense. Mr. Putin appeared outside the Kremlin to pay tribute to his troops, seeking to repair the image of strength that Saturday's event has severely damaged. Speaking in front of hundreds of military personnel, Mr. Putin said the country's armed forces have proved their loyalty to people of Russia in protecting the motherland and its future. The Russian leader claimed that Moscow had not been forced to withdraw troops from Ukraine, and he held a minute's silence in honor of servicemen killed when Wagner forces shot down Russian military aircraft, including helicopters and a communication plane. As they marched on Moscow, the mercenaries stopped about 125 miles outside the capital, while Russian authorities dropped a criminal case against Mr. Prigozhin's Wagner group, apparently fulfilling another condition of deal brokered by Mr. Lukashenko. Mr. Putin appeared to set the stage for financial charges to be brought against an organization owned by Mr. Prigozhin. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Insecurity. ABG raises alarm as fake vigilantes with rifles take over Anambra. Ede Kabil. Police deploy personnel to ensure crime-free celebration in Ebonyi. Failure to pay project counterpart funds may plunge Anambra into rice, garri scarcity. Chimamanda wins best title at 2023 Indie Book Awards for Notes on Grief. Otis swears in Abia panel on looted government property, stolen funds. Putin admits Moscow paid Wagner mercenaries £800 million in wages in a year. You just listen to news updates on Ebonade 103.5 FM News, produced and read by Martin Epanshuku Ikezie. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebonade 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonade FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are looking for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM. To be or not to be? Do you have acting skills? Do you have what it takes to be on the spotlight in acting? Here is the Bagoa Production presents audition for the radio drama Eriko on Ebonade 103.5 FM. For more information on how to register and feature, visit Ebonade 103.5 FM inside European Residency Hotel, Ogidi, opposite Omunike Boys, or you call 080-391-67049. Registration ends on Friday, 7th of July 2023. Don't miss out. Vacancy. Oxbridge Hotels and Suites Limited, plot 203-204, Ogidi Boys Road, Uruwele, Nkwede, Ogidi, needs the services of receptionist, bar attendant, hotel manager, cleaners, security, cook, electrician. For more information, Bridge Hotels and Suites Limited, plot 203/204, Ogidi Boys Road, Uruwele, Nkwede, Ogidi. Call 081-7690-9540 or 080-69
Like, subscribe and share, right?
1117.